Welcome, Cancerians, to 108 Gate. This is a reading for you for when you come to it, so I hope you are well. And let's see what's coming up for yourselves. Contemplating, thinking, quiet, observing, wondering what... it's like you're watching someone, you're watching a situation or a scenario unfolding. Right, okay, so we've got a few cards that have come out. So we've got romance, trust in the invisible, boundaries, and intelligence. Now, normally I wouldn't get all four, but there was something strong about this that I've decided to keep that there. So the finch and peach, the snail and huckleberry, the porcupine and anemone, the crow and dogwood. For those of you who, I don't know, it just feels very, all the details are important to you at the moment. It feels as though you're deeply observing. So when I say that, I mean not only are you observing what's happening, but you're also contemplating it from a very quiet internal dialogue. Your internal dialogue is quite strong at the moment, and your level of faith and trust in your own dialogue is probably stronger than it's been before, ever before, or in a long time. So your commitment to yourself, your commitment to your inner dialogue, your commitment to trusting yourself, trusting what you're thinking, trusting what you're feeling, is really feeling quite empowered. It's feeling as though it's needing to assess, how do I change things for my higher good? Have things changed for my higher good? And that's where the observation's coming in. So if you're already in this process of changing things, and you're seeing that things have changed and seeing that things are changing, you're understanding that now I need to do more of what works and less of what doesn't work. So romance, I think what that is feeling as though is, before you may have had a highly romanticized version in your mind about something. It may have been a little bit glittery, kind of unicorn. I'm not saying they're not real. I'm saying it's like it's a bit more rose-colored glasses kind of feel. But now you're seeing that there's something that you're seeing with through the glasses, and when you took the glasses off, it's like that's not actually there. So trusting in the invisible means that you're going more to your intuition. It feels like you're going more to your instinct, and like when you felt like something was off or something wasn't feeling, there was something that just wasn't on track. It just wasn't feeling correct, and you trusted yourself and you pivoted maybe, or you adjusted. Here I'm thinking it feels like you installed, and I'm saying installed, you put in boundaries, you installed boundaries in certain relationships because you could feel that someone's trying to push you in a way that's not acceptable. They were pushing you to a limit that it's just that's not respectful. So that I'm not putting up with it anymore. I may have put up with it before, I may have let you push me, but I'm not doing that anymore. So this is feeling really powerful and strong. And then this is allowing in a greater sense of connection with your higher intelligence, a greater sense of connection with your intelligence that you know that you have, that's capable of protecting you in so many situations. So then making sure that you're utilising that for your higher good, because you know that, wow, okay. There's quite a few that come out. You've really got a lot to say. Cancerians usually don't have much, like not as much as this. It's more okay, let's get this straight. So well, you really are on a mission to be heard, on a mission to make sure that you're safe and secure. So there's a bunch of cards here. I'm going to take it from here for now. Yeah, wow. something's going to happen that so again, just take it's a general reading, resonates fine, just be pinch of salt. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. Go and look at your chart and see if there's somewhere other position that's more illuminated at the moment. And I'm saying this because this is what it feels like. You're really honing in on those things that are actually relevant to you. So for example, I'm seeing like an image of someone's talking, and you're just looking at them, and it's just kind of like, well, I don't even know why you're telling me about this, because it means nothing to me. It's nothing relevant to me. I need to be talking to the people who actually understand what my point is. They actually understand what I'm working towards. They understand why I'm doing certain things in a particular way. And there feels like there's a pang of missing someone again. You've had this quite a few times, Cancerians, but something ended. Oh wow, something ended, or something needs to end. But you know that it's not going to be an easy process to do this. So talking to the correct people means that they may illuminate. This is not directly. They're not going to tell you that you have to end something. You're going to be talking to somebody, you're going to be communicating with somebody, and you're going to have those kind of honest opinions said to you. You're going to have an honest conversation, and they're not going to say anything directly, but it feels like you hear something and it tweaks a thought, it tweaks an interest in something, it hits you in a particular way. The word, the sentiment, it hits you in a certain way, and as a result of that, you are going to be even more confident in your decision. You're going to be more confident in your direction, and it's going to be like a pivotal moment. This means you're going to have certain things stopping and certain things renewing. So what I mean is, if for example you're good at having boundaries, then you're going to understand that having healthy boundaries with the correct people, that person you haven't had healthy boundaries with, that one I need to have healthy boundaries with too. If you haven't had healthy boundaries, you're going to be bringing in healthy boundaries. You're going to be trusting your intelligence on a deeper level. You're going to be hearing, seeing, feeling, sensing, connecting with your intuition and instincts on a different level. It already feels really strong and powerful. But the thing is, you're not letting anyone sway you this time. Interesting, you've got the High Priestess. High Priestess is supporting this process. You can feel this inner confidence growing. It's like there's an inner confidence which is just illuminating certain things. It's like ping, and instead of doubting it or second guessing it, you're trusting it, because you're feeling it in a different part of your body. You're feeling it in a different part of your psychology. You're feeling it in a different part of your existence. That sounds a bit dramatic, but it's true for someone, or not, whatever. Like I said, it's a general reading, so take it as you or not. Ace of Pentacles, the value in this is immense. This isn't tangible pennies and coins and whatever assets. This is a different kind of value. You're gonna feel that you value this a lot more than you may have done in the past. So you're gonna see that something was of value to you. If for some reason here this death feels like you're gonna have a flash of something that you had to let go of. A flash of something that came to an end, and you wish you'd just appreciated it a bit more than you had. So going through that process of possible releasing it, possibly forgiving yourself for something, possibly just admitting that I didn't handle it with the care I could have. I didn't trust my instincts in that situation. I didn't trust my intuition in that situation, and I've just possibly lost out on something. But the thing is, it's making sure that you utilize that, and you gain from these. You gain from that experience. You learn from that experience. You strengthen yourself from that experience, and making sure that you don't let that happen again, in the sense of you listen to yourself, trust yourself, and don't go through that same scenario again. So you've got the Six of Swords here, kind of confirming what I just said, that your conviction of like, I know I should have done that way. I know I should have done this way. But this is the wealth of that experience. You can't replay that experience. You can't go back to that experience. It's done and dusted. So chalking it off, marking it off as experience, chalking it off and marking it off as a learning process, making sure that you utilize now what you've learned from these, making sure you're understanding that, you know what, that was then, this is now. Yes, there is some residual pain. Yes, there is some residual regret or residual annoyance at myself or someone else. What do I do with that? Process those emotions, process those feelings, process those thoughts, and come out stronger, Cancerians, because that's pretty much all you can do in this situation. So that conflict, I don't think it's that you have to confront someone, but I do think you have to confront your inner workings, your inner dialogue. Just as much as you're stronger now, maybe it's stronger now, and that's why you have the courage to actually see the truth of something in the past. You let something go, you let someone come between you and someone else or something else, and you're understanding now that I can't get it back. It's gone, it's too far gone. But at the same time, I always feel this quite frequently with these 7 and the 5. These 2 swords, pick them up, process these. So these things you've already processed, you're processing this one. These 2 things here, don't just leave them there and let them be used against you later on or in the future. You need to pick them up and process them. Those thoughts, those intuitions, those instincts that you didn't trust, you didn't follow through with, even though you should have and you could have and you knew you wanted to. Just do it now, processing the emotions, processing the regret, the remorse, or whatever it is that you're having to process it. Don't let it come back and be used up against you. So we're going to have a card on the other side. Interesting. You already have 6 of Swords. You've got 6 of Swords again, but it's coming this way. So this here, I'm going to put it there, because that's where it wants to go. You haven't fully left behind a sadness or a loss or a turn of events yet. So this is why it's interesting that this is coming up over here, to be able to really move out into clearer water, into a clearer path, into a different kind of your future. Processing these emotions from the past, processing the regrets and all that stuff. It's really important for you to fully let go of this, and it's not letting go of it in the sense of you didn't feel it was important or it wasn't important to you. It's about letting go of the where it's stuck, where that emotion is so painful on some level for some of you, that even the words are getting twisted. It's there's a deep sadness there, so it's about making sure that you process this to be able to move on fully. The thing here is it's so deep and it's so raw, even though it may have happened quite a while ago, that you're understanding that you got to go into the pool to be able to process it and be able to actually see it through. But the thing is, it's just needing a bit of courage and strength right now. So being really kind and gentle with yourself here, trusting the invisible, is feeling like it's illuminating right now, like you've got that snail with its shell on its back. It's like you're needing to protect yourself, you're needing to make sure that you've got everything in place, such as your boundaries, and using your higher intelligence, using your higher intuition, your instinct, to make sure that you're doing this in the correct way for you. So you've just had the Hierophant fly out and it went upside down. So this does feel like there's quite a bit of work to be done here, yet at the same time it's kind of good that you know fully in your heart that what have I got to work on next, this is it, because your emotional intelligence is going to improve here, your connection with yourself, your depth of your connection with yourself, which is also going to give you faith and trust when you're observing the world, where you are in the world, where others interact with you in the world. It's going to strengthen that, so you have more confidence in yourself too. Cancerians, that's quite a deep reading. I'm going to close it off here just because there's so many different tangents it could go off in. That would mean an extended reading. And trying not to Anyway, it is what it is. You can listen to it again. I think you will feel and hear something different if you watch it the second time. But for now, if you haven't already, please do subscribe, hit the bell, and then till next time, take care of yourself, be gentle. You got this. Peace and love.